This is Luke, and I'm going to talk about the Connecticut tree hitch, or CT Hitch. I just heard about it for the first time in the new Accidents in North American Climbing that just came out from the American Alpine Club, and they have this Safer Fourth Class article, and they talk about Connecticut tree hitch. I never heard of it, tried to Google it. There's only one forum that talks about it on Super Tobo or someplace, I can't remember, Mountain Project, and one picture. And so there's no video, so I thought I'd try to make a video once I figured out how to do it. So the idea is you're on kind of easy terrain, and you come up to a place and there's a big horn or there's a tree, and you can't loop over the top of it because it's too big, too tall. So you want to wrap. And the way I would have done this in the past would have been to come up here and tied a gigantic bowline. I'm not making this long enough to have a tail, but a bowline on a double rope like that, and that would have been how I tied off. Connecticut tree hitch uses a lot less rope, it's a lot slicker. So what you do is you sort of guess how far away you want to be from the tree, because this can serve as an anchor for you, and put the bight around. And now what you do, you can come in a little bit, focus down here. So if I were going to do this as a girth hitch, I would have to step my whole body through here and also get the rest of the rope through here somehow, and that doesn't work. So instead, you just sort of make like you're going to start to do a girth hitch like this, and then you take a beaner and you just clip across the end that has the loop on it, or the bight. And now, as I pull this tight, you see it tightens. I want to make sure I lock the beaner, and this, you tighten that up against the tree, and now I've got an anchor for myself, and I could do a hip belay for somebody that's coming up behind me over a tough section, or I could tie a figure 8 on a bight here and use that to set up a guide mode belay device or something. Anyway, so that's how you do it. I want to show you the way not to do it. First time I tried this, I got it wrong. Okay, so the same idea. I'm coming up here. If you'll come in kind of over top from like kind of this angle, and once again, you go like this. This is where you're supposed to clip, the side that has the bight on it. You clip across the side that has the bight on it. If you clip this other side, I'm gonna lock it and everything, this might look like it's the same, and it might look like it works, but in fact, as you can see, it's sort of the edges are slipping off, and watch, there's just basically nothing holding that on, and it can just come right out. So when you just want to double check your work, so you just bring the rope across like this, clip it across the end that has the bight, lock it up, and you're good to go. Now, one more thing I want to point out, and that is that if you've moved this around a little, and maybe you're trying to move it up the tree a little bit or something like that, it can kind of change how it looks in terms of how the beaner is crossing over these different ropes, but that's okay. Just the way to remember to make it is by sort of pretending to form kind of a girth hitch, and then clipping across the two ropes that form the bight. So that's all I got.